Hello, brothers and sisters, friends and family on YouTube world. It says that we are live. I'm here in Bullhead City at the homeless are being fed by Deacon John. So I'm going to introduce you guys to Deacon John. There's Deacon John. Hey, Deacon John, how you doing?
Pretty good.
So what do you guys got going on right now?
We got this line here of people that's hungry, and we feed them.
Good, amen. So how long have you been doing this, Brother John, Deacon John?
About nine years.
9 years, wow.
We moved to different parts of the city at different times. We were new here to this location, but because the city decided we can't feed them in the public anymore. So this hotel was nice enough to let us use their parking lot, and so that's what we do it here. And we only do it on Monday and Friday. There's other groups, other churches that are part of our coalition, and they do the other days. The only day we don't feed is Sunday.
Sunday, okay.
Everybody goes to church, I guess.
Yes. Okay, Deacon John. So you've been doing this about 9 years, and so what are the ordinance that you're talking about Bullhead City, right? They're making it hard for you guys.
Well, we used to feed them in the park, but the city decided that they want to. I don't know what they wanted. They decided, to be perfectly honest. They just decided one day that they didn't want to have the homeless there anymore. They built a shelter here in town, but once a year they take a count, and they counted 150 homeless, and they built a shelter that holds 50 people. So I mean, it's like a, what do you call that? A virtue signal. You know what I mean? We got a shelter. Oh boy, I got 100 people that are still on the street, like this one.
Tracy, that's Tracy. We're going to interview her next. So, Deacon John, are the numbers getting bigger or are they getting smaller?
Yeah, I would say that. Well, since they opened the shelter, it got smaller, of course, because they do have people that go there to eat. But the number that we're feeding now, the numbers are growing for sure.
And if anybody wanted to donate or anything like that, how could they get a hold of your organization to donate?
Well, we have a poor box at the church. It's at St. Margaret Mary's Catholic Church up on Oatman Road. We have a poor box, and people just put cash in there, and that's how we finance the whole thing. So if people don't put any money in, then it'll probably come out of our pockets. But it hasn't happened yet, though. It's kind of like the multiplication of fish and loaves. I look in that box, and there's always money.
Well, Deacon John, right? Deacon John? Just like Juan, but mine is in Spanish and yours is in English. Hey, I wanted to ask you, have you seen or heard, because I have talked to several people that have come out of homelessness and drug addiction and mental health. Have you had any success stories, like maybe that?
We have, actually. We had one lady that got a job in one of the casinos, and I didn't see her for a while, and ran into her in Walmart. And she was telling me how she's got a place now, and she's got she's still walking, doesn't have a car yet, but she's working up to it. And a couple years back, we had a couple of the guys learn to deal blackjack, and they actually went over and got jobs in the casinos.
How does that make you feel?
Pretty good. I mean, since I was the one that taught them how to deal blackjack, what the heck? It worked out really well.
Yes. So I'm sure that's like a blessing and encouraging to keep on going on, especially when you have people that come back and say thank you, or that you run into and that says because of you and your help, now we're successful.
These guys say it every day. They say thank you every day to me. It's nothing but please and thank you out here. These guys are great, so it makes the job easy,
And it's encouraging, I bet.
That's true.
Because I remember the story.
And of course, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention, in my team, the people behind those there, right there, they're all people from the church that followed me over here, just to do the right thing.
Your team, that's your team right there.
My team, there's no doubt about it.
And they look like, since I've been here watching, they look like they're happily working and happily serving.
You asked about if the homeless are growing. My team is growing.
Amen.
Look at all the them we have back here.
Yes.
Like about 7 or 8 people.
Yes.
Feeding,
Hey, it's just like the story. I'm sure that you remember the story when Jesus healed 10 people and only one came back and said thank you. And
I got them beat there. All of these guys come back and say thank you.
yeah, yes, that's good. But my point is that at least they show appreciation and they come back. Like you said, they all come back and say thank you to you. They've already, a couple of them have stopped by right now as I'm interviewing you and said thank you. You know what I mean? So that must be very gratifying, helpful, and happy.
They're the real treasure of the church. That's these guys right here.
Yes. Okay.
I'm gonna get back to work.
Okay, Deacon John, I appreciate your time. Thank you, and keep on doing what you're doing. And I'm sure not only myself, but all these people are thankful and grateful for you.
Well,
Thank you
so
much.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too, Deacon.
Take care.
That was Deacon John. Thank you, guys.